Hey guys, I'm Nick, and on this episode of the Scran Line, I'm going to show you guys how to make these albino alligator cupcakes. You might be thinking, Nick, that is the weirdest name ever for a cupcake. Well, if you've been watching this channel for a while, you know that I'm a little bit obsessed with Beyonce. Not in a creepy way, just in a she's my queen way. So Albino Alligator is a lyric from a song of hers, Formation. Go and listen to it, love that song. A couple things for this cupcake. What I'm going to show you guys in this video is how to make a super white cupcake. To get a super white cupcake, temperature control. Controlling the temperature of your oven, super important to be able to get these cupcakes to not caramelize. So caramelize means getting those little brown bits down the bottom or at the top of the cupcake. We're going to bake these on a very low temperature. They will rise. Now, I can just hear the comments and the complaints, Nick, my cupcake's caramelized. This is what you need to do. So I have a little oven thermometer. Let me get it for you. So this here is a candy thermometer. It's upside down. So you pop this in the oven. It's got like a little hook here. You can hang it in the oven and it will tell you the super accurate temperature of your oven. You can grab them from a kitchen supply store or you can buy them online, eBay or Amazon. This is the first thing you need to do. If you feel like your oven is not baking at the right temperature, this is going to let you know. Now, they're quite cheap, so there's no excuses. Second thing we're going to do, now I didn't put this in the recipe, it's in the written recipe, but I left out an ingredient because, now let me just give you my defense. I left out an ingredient, Americolor white food dye. That's the second thing I did to make these cupcakes white. I left it out because I get complaints all the time. Nick, you put too much food dye in your cupcakes, and I didn't want to get the complaints. So if anyone complains, I don't want to hear about it. That's the second thing. I apologize for leaving it out. I'm making the confession. So two things, temperature control, food dye. And then the frosting is just a white chocolate ganache frosting. I have the recipe for that on my website. I think that's all I need to tell you guys before we get stuck into it. I'm pretty sure that's it. Let's get stuck into it. These are the ingredients you need to make them. So the ingredients you're going to need are some sugar, butter, oil, salt, baking powder, eggs, yogurt, flour, some milk, and you're also going to need some cream, white chocolate, butter, brown or white sugar, and of course the white food coloring. Now I was going to use some Wilton color mist on this, but I decided to leave it out. And guys, if you're watching this, make sure you hit the subscribe button. I upload 2 new videos a week. We're going to start off by popping all of the dry ingredients into a large mixing bowl. Mix those on low speed until everything's well combined before you add your softened butter and mix that until it reaches a crumbly sand-like texture. While that's mixing, you're going to add all of your wet ingredients to a jug. So your milk, oil, eggs, vanilla, yogurt, whisk it up. You're going to add that to your dry ingredients in a slow and steady stream. Once it's all in there, you can stop your mixer and scrape down the bowl before you add the white food coloring. This is the point you want to add it, and then you want to mix for a final 20 seconds. Now, I get a lot of people asking me, Nick, does this recipe only make 6 cupcakes? Because I only show you guys filling up 6 cupcakes. And the reason I do that is because I want to show close-ups of scooping it. I just always want to show you guys as much detail as I can. If you read the recipe, it actually makes 20 cupcakes. I'm going to scoop my batter in there, filling it up about 3/4 of the way. We're going to bake these on a very low temperature. So we're going to bake these on 130 degrees Celsius. That's going to make them rise slowly. And it's going to leave no caramelization, so they're going to be perfectly white. Once they're finished baking, transfer them to a cooling rack so that they can cool down. While those are baking, we're going to make our white chocolate sauce. So we're going to have our white chocolate, brown sugar, cream in a large mixing bowl along with your butter. And you're going to microwave that for about a minute at a time, mixing each time until it's smooth. Now you're going to notice that it's a little bit of a caramel color. I did add white food dye to this one as well. But if you don't want to use the white food dye, you can actually just use white sugar instead of the brown sugar. Our cupcake's baked beautifully. I'm going to add that white chocolate sauce in there, and you can see I did add some white food dye. I'm actually using a 1M tip, and I'm using my white chocolate ganache frosting. I have a recipe for that on my website to frost this in a swirl. And that's how you make white cupcakes. Okay guys, so those were my albino alligator super white cupcakes. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like, thumbs up, and make sure you subscribe as well. I'm going to find the recipe on my website, scranline.com. That's where all of my recipes live. Also, a little announcement. I made an announcement, actually, kind of like a passing by comment, that I'm working on a section on my website that is going to have all of these little tools and equipment things that I use in my videos. I get so many questions from you guys. Nick, what's the measurement of this? What's the size of this? Which one do you use? Where did you buy it from? I'm making a section on my website to answer all the questions. So that's coming in the next week. I'm super excited to show you guys because it looks really, really cool. And I've teased it on my social media. If you want to have a look, Facebook and Instagram, links for those are in the box below. I think that's all, guys. I've rambled enough. I did feel it was important to let you know about the two things, temperature control and the white food dye. That's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. I'll see you all on the next episode of the Scran Line.